What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It is your boy Roy back at it with the back end of this. And this is the Preaching to the Birds podcast, where we like to bring you the latest and most breaking Eagles news as it comes to you. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. But first and foremost, I have to mention the most important thing. You guys. I appreciate you guys so much. All the people that have been following me from the very beginning, all my family, all my friends, all the people that subscribed recently to my latest video, all the people that left me likes. I appreciate every one of you. All the people that left me comments, I appreciate you guys even more. I appreciate every one of you for even viewing the last video I posted. Realistically, I am a new podcaster in the game, and yeah, I'm doing this for my love of the Eagles. But I'm very happy to see that my work is getting viewed by people. Hopefully I get monetized. I mean, like, come, let's be realistic here. You know, we trying to get the bag. Stop playing. We trying to eat. You know, this is life. We all trying to survive in this game called life. It's a rat race, baby. We just first to make it. But anyways, I gotta thank you guys. I gotta say thank you guys very much, and I appreciate you guys so much. So let's just hop in the video, right? So the Eagles have been rated by PFF as the number one team in the NFC. The number one team in the NFC. So we're gonna break that down, and then we're gonna talk about a couple of teams on the list, and we're gonna talk about two receivers or two teams where I think two receivers may be available on each team. You know, I'm thinking about possible upgrades to the receiver position, which I think we need. After recently watching Quez Watkins drop a pass in the Super Bowl, I've realized how important the third and the fourth receiver really are. And that is why I'm going to be breaking down this information for you guys, because it is very important to you. It's very important to us, because this is the Preaching the Bird podcast. Now let's get into it. So like I said, you know, we're going to go over this Eagles stuff, this Eagles news. So we're going to go over an article by Fan Nation. Eagles boast best receiver corps in NFL, ? PFF rankings revealed. While they aren't quite at the top of Pro Football Focus's ranking of receiving corps, the Philadelphia Eagles unit is the best in the NFC, according to the popular site by David Harrison. The Philadelphia Eagles gave quarterback Jalen Hurts everything he needed to be successful last season, and he made good on the roster around him. While there are several units on the field playing for the Eagles that can compete for best among their peers, the receiving corps has already been identified as the best in the NFC, according to Pro Football Focus. The site revealed its rankings for all 32 receiving rooms, as the Eagles came in at number 2 overall due to the talent of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith sitting atop the NFC. Philadelphia's receiving corps trails just the Cincinnati Bengals for the best in the NFL. A.J. Brown's elite play put the Eagles high on the list on his own, says PFF, but it's more than just him. Devontae Smith really took his game to another level in 2022, earning an 80-plus receiving grade and putting up over 1,300 yards on the season. And then throw in Dallas Goedert, one of the best receiving tight ends in the league, who has earned a 90.8 receiving grade over the last 2 seasons, third among his peers behind only Travis Kelce and George Kittle. Travis Kelce at 91.8 and George Kittle at 91.2, by the way. And yeah, so the Bengals have the first one or the number 1 seat for the receiving corps. And it looks like the Commanders finished 3rd in the NFC, with the Cowboys being 6th. All right. So that's awesome. That's cool. That's great. But how do we get to number 1? Now, realistically, I'm thinking about this. I've been thinking about this a while. There may be better teams. Please give me some information if you find some better teams for me. But I think two teams in the AFC West are where the Eagles can get the best receivers available for them, right? So I'm gonna end up probably dropping, the depth chart, right, for you, just so you guys to see the receivers. But let's just talk about it right now. So the first team we're going to go over is the Denver Broncos, right? The Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos have a stacked team when it comes to wide receivers, right? So I'm going to list you some of the names from the Denver Broncos teams that are relevant. So we have Tim Patrick, Brandon Johnson, Marquez Callaway, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Virgil, Lowell Jordan Humphrey, Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Mims, Kendall Hinton, and KJ Hamler, right? That's a lot of names, right? So the most important names there are Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, and Marvin Mims Jr. Marvin Mims Jr. is a rookie that they just drafted in the they just drafted in the second round. So he's going to get a lot of playing time. And he's an exact copy of KJ Hamler, in my opinion. He has the same type of speed and same type of movement skills at KJ Hamler. So I think a couple of the receivers here are going to be up for grabs, right? So I think with Marquez Callaway coming in here to try to repair, or no, I shouldn't say that. Repair the culture of the Denver Broncos. And it's still some of that Saints culture that he took from, the Saints. I think Tim Patrick may be on the move as well. So I think Tim Patrick and I think KJ Hamler are the two pieces that the Eagles may want to look into getting, right? So Tim Patrick is a 6'4", 212-pound receiver out of Utah. It's his sixth season. In 2021, Tim Patrick had 53 receptions for 734 yards. In 2020, and 5 tubs, my bad. I almost forgot the tubs. That's important. And then in 2020, he had 51 receptions for 742 yards. And 6 tubs. And in 2019, Tim Patrick had 16 receptions for 218 yards and 1 tub, right? So Tim Patrick has been very consistent his last couple of years in the league, right? For whatever reason, it's not showing 2022. He might have been injured 2022. But I think he's a good receiver for the Eagles to really look into getting. Because he had 2 years where he had almost 750 yards or 700 yards. That's a lot for a third receiver, somebody that isn't drafted to be the top receiver for a team, right? And then we're gonna go over KJ Hamler, right? So KJ Hamler is a beloved player that used to come out of Penn State, right? He's a beloved player for us Philadelphia Eagles fans because he came out of Penn State, close to home. We all knew about him. We all wanted him low key. But he's had a troubled past when it comes to playing in the league, right? So for his career, he has 42 catches and 620 yards. I'm not going to even go over the amount of receptions and shit he had in 2021 and 2022. I'm just going to tell you guys he was hurt. He was hurt a lot. But what I will tell you is this, right? KJ Hamler has a lot of untapped potential. He has, I don't want to say Deshaun Jackson like speed, but he has Deshaun Jackson like elusive ability in the open field. From what we saw at Penn State, he just hasn't been able to stay healthy in the league for whatever reason. And that's that might be a product to him. It might just be a product of luck. Sometimes we just don't have luck in the world, and that just happens. But I think if he comes over to the elite team known as the Philadelphia Eagles, and he gets in them smaller practices, it has less wear and tear on them ACLs, those knees, those everything, them joints, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be all right over here at the Eagles, right? So that's it for the Broncos. Let's go over to the Chargers, right? The Chargers. So the Chargers, man, So the Chargers recently drafted a wide receiver in the first round known as Quentin Johnson out of TCU, right? So what does that mean for the team? That means there are less spots available for other team members for them to get their playing time. So I think with that being said, I think a guy like Joshua Palmer, third year out of Tennessee, had great statistics. I think he would look great in Philly green, and I think he would be a great addition to the team as a third, fourth receiver. If we can get him, he'll still be under contract for another year after this year on his rookie contract for the low. I think he'd be a great piece. So I'm going to talk to you about his career accomplishments. I really like Joshua Palmer. I think he's a dog. Let's talk about my guy, Joshua Palmer, right? So Joshua Palmer in 2022 had 72 receptions for 769 yards and 3 tubs. Huge numbers for a third receiver. He came in because Mike Williams and because Keenan Allen was hurt, and he did work. And that's what I want him on the team for, because in relief of A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, which may happen if we're going back to the Super Bowl, I think he'll be very important to the team, right? And in 2021, he had 33 receptions for 353 yards and 4 tubs. So he's showing improvement. Each year he's getting better. I think he would be a great addition on the team. Like I said, third year, he going to go up, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think he would look great in the Eagles colors, just because, I mean, if you got another receiver and he's not gonna get as much playing time, he might be upset about that. Come over here, bro. You'll be more appreciated over here in Philly green. We'll get you the ball, maybe not a lot, but it'll be more than what you're gonna get for the Chargers. They got 3 first-round receivers over there, basically, because they got Keenan Allen, they got Johnson, and they got Mike Williams. So it's just a lot of balls being thrown over there, not to you. Come on, Josh, come over here. And on top of that, realistically, Palmer has already proven that in a situation when a receiver goes down, he gonna step up. So that's why I think we should get this dude. For real. The next receiver that I got to go over is Jalen Guyton. So Jalen Guyton, speedy receiver, about 6'2", 6'3". He's been in the game for a minute, about 4 years. I think he's undrafted. But he came out of some like smaller school in Texas. And his 2019 start, he didn't really do that much. In 2020, he had 28 receptions for 511 yards and 3 tubs. And in 2021, he had 448 yards, 31 receptions, and 3 tubs. So, he was consistent his 2 years that he really got some playing time. Last year, he really didn't get much playing time because they're drafting a lot of receivers over. And Jalen Guyton is that type of receiver. He's going to be like 6'2", really fast. He'll go out there and get you that bomb pass like that. Drop it all over the shoulder right here. 50, 60 yard to the house. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good piece for Jalen Hurts. We always need more speed. We can always have more speed, bigger dudes. I think he might be a good addition for the squad. And it's crazy in Charger land. They just want receivers for Justin Herbert. No tight ends though. I mean, I like Justin Herbert, but I mean he ain't getting the ball like that. He's not. But yeah, man, that's what I really got for y'all today. That's what I really got for y'all today for right now. There might be some extra stuff at the end of the video that is not football related. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you didn't, please like and subscribe anyways. Hope you guys have a blessed day. I really appreciate you guys once again for looking at my last video. You guys are dope. You guys are it. You guys are the reason why I keep doing this. Well, let's be real. The Eagles are why, but you guys and this love is why I'm more excited to do it. Come on. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. The rest of the video is some other shit. So it's up to you whether you want to see it. So what's up, guys? going to try to keep this short. Because I got to get to church. But I want to say something. I want to say something important. Something very important. I talked to my girlfriend about this. I prayed about this personally. I think it's something we need to talk about as a people, right? While I have everybody's extra attention from my last video. I think we need to pay attention to our government, man. Pay attention to our government, man. Our government literally approved lab-grown chicken to be able to be fed to restaurants in Las Vegas, I believe, and definitely in San Francisco. So right now, in restaurants, they could be feeding you lab-grown chickens and not tell you. Right now, when they're over here convincing us that people are dying in a submarine and we need to go help them, 400 million Jeffrey Epstein emails were deleted. 400 million. So if you think about it, 400 million, that means at least 4 million of those emails, if we're thinking about a 10%, that means at least 4% or 4 million people was probably being trafficked by that man. It's crazy. And the government covering it up. Biden's about to get impeached. Biden's son got convicted of tax evasion. Got a slight little tap on the wrist. I wish y'all could see me tap my wrist, but I'm holding my phone. But hey, trash. I don't know what we need to do for our government, but we got to start thinking proactively for us, my people, for us. I don't know what we got to do. I don't care if we got to go bipartisan or do some other extra shit. But if y'all want to talk to me about it, let's talk about it. I'm with it. Because I do not like what is going on in our country. No offense to transgender people, but we should not be teaching people or our kids how to twerk with transgender people. I'm just saying, can we at least get a stripper to do it? I'm like, why do I got to see a transgender man do it? I'm just saying, they don't need to be exposed to that. A lot of crazy stuff going on in our country. And I want y'all to think about that, talk about that amongst yourselves. Now, this is the Eagles podcast, so we ain't going to do this all the time. But with the recent news that came out after that submarine, it's just been on my heart. It's been on heavy on my mind. I hope everybody's families are okay. We in some turbulent times. Everything's moving fast, and we gotta watch our government because they don't give a fuck about us. If they gonna give me some fucking lab-fed chicken, they don't even gotta tell me about it now. It's bullshit. All right, I'm out. Hope you have a good day. Fly, Eagles, fly, bitch!